Assalamu alaikum everyone, peace be with you all. Welcome back to al-Arabic. In this lesson you will learn about the 4 cases of i'rab. Also there's a short but much needed message at the end, so stay tuned. In the last lesson we looked at mu'rab and mabni. And in this lesson we're going to be looking at the 4 cases of mu'rab, because once we've figured out that a word can change, that the ending it's possible for the ending to change, then the next step is to find out what are those possibilities. What can it change to? Okay, and so these are the 4 case endings, and we'll look at each one of them one by one. We have marfu', mansoob, majroor, and majzoom. And before we start, I want to review the subject and the object in grammar. So here in this first sentence I have I helped you. Help is our verb, and I is the subject of helped because I am doing the helping. I am doing the helping, and so that's why I am the subject. And you are the object because I am helping you, okay? Because you are being helped, and so you are the object. In the second sentence, similarly, you are the subject because you are the one hitting. You are the one doing the verb. You are the doer. And the object, on the other hand, is Harry because he is the poor guy being hit. And then in this last sentence, because the verb is stood, this verb doesn't require an object, and it only requires a subject. And so Harry is our subject, Harry stood. Now let's look at 2 Arabic sentences. Here we have Nasara Zaydun Salihan, and here we have Nasara Salihan Zaydun. Now in English, here, how did we know which one was the object and which one was the subject? Well, mainly by the order of the words. Also by context, but mainly by the order of the words. Whereas in Arabic, the order of the words can be switched around. If I put you helped I or you helped me, the subject and the object will have changed. Whereas here, if I switch Zayd and Salih, it does nothing to the meaning. And the meaning still is Zayd helped Salih. Nasara Zaydun Salihan, Nasara Salihan Zaydun. Why? Because of these endings. Okay? These endings tell us which is the subject and which is the object. And that's why this lesson is very important as well. Okay, so the first case. The first case is marfu'. And marfu' is identified by dhamma. Whenever a word has the marfu' case, then it is given a dhamma. And so when is a word marfu'? A word will be marfu' when it is the subject of a verb, okay? Or when it's mubtada in a nominal sentence. And in other times as well, but I won't mention those right now just to keep things simple, and we'll get to them later. So here we have both examples. Zaydun qa'imun, Zayd is standing, and qama Zaydun, Zayd stood up. This first sentence is a nominal sentence. And so Zayd, I know it's an ism, I know it's a noun, it's mubtada, and because it's mubtada, it takes the case of marfu', and marfu' is identified by dhamma. Does that sound complicated? Don't worry, with practice it becomes very, very easy and it becomes second nature. So Zayd is marfu', and hence it is given these 2 dhammas. And on this side here we have qama, which is a verb. I'll tell you it's a verb if you don't know. And so the subject, the doer of this, the one who's standing up, is Zayd. And so because Zayd is a subject has the case of marfu', and marfu' is identified by 2 dhammas. And here we go. We have 2 dhammas on Zayd. And then a note here says it acts as a default case. So if you're taking an exam and you're not sure which case the word is, and nothing else is going on around the word, then you can pretty much guess marfu' and you'll get it correct. Not all the time, but it's pretty much the default case. If nothing else is going on, if there are no influencers, it will be marfu' and it will get a dhamma. Secondly, we have mansoob. And mansoob is identified by fatha. And it is the case for objects and other things as well, but I won't mention those, just to keep things simple. So for example, here we have darabtu, I hit. The tu is I hit Zaydan. I hit Zayd. Now again, Zayd is the object. Why? Because he is being hit, poor guy. And so because he is the object, he takes the mansoob case and then is identified by two fathas. Okay? And why did I give him two fathas? Because he does not have alif lam. Next we have the third case, which is majroor. And majroor is identified by kasra. It is the case for the possessor, which is mudaf ilay, which we did in lesson number 7, or after a harf al-jar, which we did in lesson number 8. And if you notice, jar, right, jar in Arabic, harf al-jar, correlates to majroor. And so it's easy to remember because every single harf al-jar, we looked at 8 of them in lesson number 8, the word after it takes the case of majroor. So for example, we have qalamu Zaydin, Zayd's pen. And so because Zayd is in possession of the pen, he takes the case of majroor and gets two kasras. So because we knew that Zayd was the possessor, he was the mudaf ilay, he takes the case of majroor and then it's identified by two kasras. And the second example is dhahabtu ila al-masjid. And so what are we going to put on this dal? You guessed it, one kasra. Why did we just put one kasra? Because of the alif lam. Good job. So dhahabtu, I went. The tu is I. Dhahab, went. I went. To, which is ila is a harf al-jar. To the masjid. Alif lam, the masjid, masjid. And so I knew that al-masjid is going to be majroor because it is after a harf al-jar. So it takes the case of majroor and gets kasra. And I only gave it one because of the alif lam. Now don't worry if some of this seems confusing, because Arabic is a very holistic language. As you move on, as you practice, and as you apply these terms, and as we move on together, then it's all going to become very clear. Because the different structures are all intertwined, it's important that you move on more, and you stay disciplined, and you stay determined, and you will understand everything, God willing. Also below the video on the website, iarabic.tv, you will find exercises as well as tables to give you more information. So please check those out. Thank you all for watching iArabic. This is Adam. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be with you all.